So, welcome to the Social Justice SIG event, Beyond Navel Gazing, Autoethnography as a Catalyst for Change. So, my name is John Parkin, and I am one of the Social Justice SIG conveners. I am based at Anglia Ruskin University, Peterborough, and I'm also a doctoral student as well. So, I'll just let my co-conveners introduce themselves. Shane, do you want to say hello?
Just unmute myself. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Shane Peart. I am also one of the co-conveners. I am currently based at Bishop Grotest University in Lincolnshire.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. And can you see my share screen? Can I just double check? Yeah, all right, cool, thank you. So I'm Chi Ying, or you can call me Gigi. So I'm now based in University of Southampton. Thank you.
So yeah, we're really excited that so many people have come to this second session. So, you know, we're really pleased that the last one didn't put you off and you've come back for more this time. Well, I'm really excited about seeing what people are talking about today. I think we were blown over by a number of people who wanted to share some of their thoughts, some of their ideas about autoethnography with us. And I'm really looking forward to listening to all of that. And what we wanted to do was just make sure that everybody who wanted to talk had that chance. So everybody who wanted to share their ideas, their research, we're going to give them that chance to present it to other people, which is great. But unfortunately, that means we're going to have to be ultra strict with the 5 minutes for people as well, just so that we make sure that everybody does have that chance to share their research. That also includes me. I'm worried about being able to keep to 5 minutes, not talking too much. So on the next slide, we're going to be sharing our autoethnographic projects. And
right.
On the next slide.
And then I just want to pop like a link there. As you can see, that's a QR code. Obviously, we can share our thought using the chat. And then, but if you want to post like any anonymous comments or thought, you can use the Padlet link, and then you can drop your thoughts in. So I thought I would just quickly share this one. Yep, thank you.
That's great. So the structure for today is we're going to have a general introduction about autoethnography, so recapping some of the things that we looked at, then having a chance for people to share their autoethnographic idea, work in progress, project. What we've got is everybody's got presenter rights, so when it's your chance later on, you'll be able to just share screen and then be able to tell us about your work in 5 minutes. And then after we've had a chance to listen to everybody's work, we're going to be talking about next steps if people want to take this project that we've been working on a little bit further. And then on the next slide, over to Shane.
I do apologise, I forget to remove the mute button. But just to recap, autoethnography is both a gift and a curse, because as it is autoethnographic, we get to do that thing that we want to do, which is to engage with research as participants. So no longer are we that neutral bystander, we're actually in the research with our participants. But the challenge is, how are we going to manage that information? What are we going to do with that information? What are we going to privilege? And how are we going to control any personal biases that we may have so that we're giving a fair and accurate representation? A long time ago, I became very nervous of the word true, because it seems to me that the word true can have all sorts of almost really difficult consequences. And I must also I'm going to display one of my biases now. I reject the Trump concept of the post-truth world. I reject that concept completely and utterly. And the reason I reject that concept is because if I cannot have things that I can believe in, and if I cannot have things that I am going to trust, then where are my compasses? And what am I going to do? And how am I going to reach decisions? So autoethnography is a really important thing to do because I'm not simply presenting my truth. I'm presenting information as verified, mediated by me, yes, but as verified by other external circumstances which I can feed into that project. So as I said, it is definitely a blessing because I get to put myself as the knower in the middle of this. But in that, I also have that huge responsibility of ensuring that I represent the world as accurately as I possibly can. And I don't simply use it as a platform for me to propagate my ideas in a way that is unmediated and in a way that cannot be substantiated by other information. So it is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful tool. But like many things that are wonderful, it needs to be used with caution and it needs to be used responsibly. Now, I'm not saying that because I doubt the integrity of any of the audience I'm here this afternoon, but I'm more or less saying it as a reminder of the responsibility that comes with this particular research tool, and also because it then heightens that issue about self-care. Because as researchers, we can quite often put ourselves in vulnerable positions. We can put ourselves in challenging positions. We can put ourselves in testing positions. We can put ourselves in risky positions. We can put ourselves in all these different areas. And in this process, we must also remember that we need to look after ourselves as a researcher, because if we don't look after ourselves as a researcher, we won't be in a position to convey our findings in a way that will have an impact and in a way that will resonate with our audiences. But this idea of care and self-preservation and also cautious handling, because I often say, so I'm going to shoot from the hip. Anybody, in my view, can act. I will make that as a statement. Anybody can act. I can act. I can act really, really badly. You want to see me act. I'm absolute rubbish. And anybody can research, and anybody can do research badly. And I am disgraced by some organisations who put information out there and badge it as research. So we have wonderful opportunities because we can collect information. We have wonderful opportunities gifted to us by BERA and other organisations because we have a platform. But with that, as I said, comes the responsibility of using this information in a responsible and accurate way. I've gone on enough, so I will now pass over to my colleagues.
Thank you, Sharon, for the deep reflection on autoethnography. So myself, my practice, I don't do a lot of autoethnography. So other than deep reflection, I find sometimes some definition is also helpful. So this is actually a recap from our previous sharing. We use the a definition of what is autoethnography. So I'm not going to read it because some of you actually attend the session last time, but I thought this definition is going to be helpful in a way when we listen to other colleagues' presentation, then we can sort of reflect on it based on this definition and then help us to think of question and help each other. Yeah, so.
We've run out of time. There's so much to say. There's so much to do. We're not going to have the opportunity to do that tonight. However, what we are going to invite you to do is, if you would like to, it certainly isn't a direction, it's an invitation. If you would like to, consider doing a blog. We are hoping that we can put some of these blogs together so that we could produce an article. We'd need to see who was interested, so we can't make any statements tonight. This certainly isn't a selection process. This is about who is interested, who feels they'd like to engage, and then when they come in, we that would be Gigi, John, myself, and Liliana, who can't be here tonight. We would try and bring some synergy from the different articles that we received. Clearly, we can't make any statements at this point because no one's had the chance to think. But obviously, this presentation will be available to you. And if you would like to do it, and the questions just popped up, if we didn't present, could we still put a blog forward? Yes, the answer is yes. As I said, it's an invitation and the invitation is open to all. So if you would like to, please do. Clearly, we can't make any promises at this stage because we don't know what we have, but we'd like to invite you and we'd like to look at everything. I think that's our last slide. I'm going to look at Gigi and John at this point now and say what's missing. What haven't I said that I should have said?
I think you covered everything. I've really enjoyed it. It's been really fascinating to hear about everybody's research, and hopefully people can maybe make connections with other people and carry on this conversation afterwards. So hopefully we just see this as a beginning.
Please, you're all members of the Social Justice SIG. So you can contact us via that any time. And as John said, I'd just like to echo him. It's been a wonderful night tonight. I've had, and I know I shouldn't, but I really, yeah, I'm going to say it. I've really enjoyed myself. And I know I'm meant to be serious and frown and be scholarly, but I've just enjoyed listening to every single one of you because it's been so fascinating and it's reminded me how small my head is and how bigger things can become if I can work and share with others. So thank you for sharing everything that you shared tonight. And I've noticed in the chats, loads of people saying, do you fancy working with me and stuff like that? Yeah, it's just great. Let's just carry on. Let's just carry on the synergy and carry on with the love. Let's just carry the love forward because that's what's going to last. Love always outlasts those other emotions. There you go. Big love, everybody. What else do we need to do?
Thank you, everyone. It's amazing. We learned a lot. Thank you, and bye-bye.
So thank you for everyone for joining in tonight. We will be in touch. Bira will be in touch with the stuff.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.